Pete here with a Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this information. The Small Business Resource Center is a source for information about the CARES Act programs, eidl, stimulus programs, and I have a lot of information about programs that don't hit the mainstream news. I'll try to put links in the description, but you could want to subscribe because basically there's rental assistance programs, there's small grant programs for small businesses, there's a double naacp program for certain areas. So a lot of these programs that you don't hear about in the news, I have them in my channel. I try to give all the information, so check them out. But anyways, let's talk about CARES Act 2, the next stimulus. So the next stimulus should be passing July 20th to August 7th. And the reason why it's going to be passing is because of the simple fact that basically that's what Congress, the senators and and the House of Representatives has stated. They basically stated that they will be passing it this coming cycle when they come back from recess. So the reason why they're going to be passing it is because there's a lot of programs that are in danger of closing. If you're looking at these programs, the rental assistance programs, PUA is ending, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. So if you're on unemployment or pandemic unemployment, that extra $600, that's expiring. We're not 100% sure if they're bringing that back because they were talking about basically wanting people to go back to work. I'll explain some of that in a moment. Then there's the eidl. If you saw my other videos, the eidl grant is gone. You can still get the eidl loan. So I would recommend still applying for those programs. The interest rates are really low, 2.7 to 3.75%. Great interest rates for the eidl. The PPP loan can actually be 100% forgiven. That's the Paycheck Protection Program. So I have videos on that too. Check them out. And if it's 100% forgiven, keep in mind you don't have to pay it back. So that's definitely a program you want to take advantage of. I have the 30-day fund and other small business programs that don't, for some reason, you don't hear about them at all. But these programs are actually grant programs, and there's business restart programs that can be forgiven. So basically they're grants for smaller businesses. They're catered more to what you probably need if you're watching this, where it seems like a lot of the bigger businesses are taking advantage of these programs, and the smaller people like me and you are having problems getting our fair share. Those other smaller programs could help you out, and you can still take advantage of these larger programs. So July 2nd to August 7th is when our government meets back up. They're back from recess, and they should be passing CARES Act 2. What a lot of people are talking about is basically the extension of the current programs, but we're really not sure if they're going to extend the PUA because they're talking about getting back to work. They're talking about giving credits for businesses to put people back to work. But the problem that we have is if you ever went to restaurants, especially, you'll notice the social distancing rules do not allow them to get even 50% occupancy. So I was at a restaurant / bar, and they probably had about 10 chairs around the table. Normally there's probably around 25, and they said for social distancing. Of course, they removed tables for social distancing, and basically I can be sure that there's about 40% less tables, or 60% less tables, excuse me, because every table has a 6-foot surrounding, when before it was surrounded by probably 6 tables. There's none there. So there's a lot less tables. What we can expect in the CARES Act is the House Democrats passed $3 trillion. The Republicans said that's too much. They were asking for $1 trillion. So they're probably going to meet in the middle, about 1.5 to 2 trillion. How the funds are exactly going to be spent, we're not 100% sure, but they're talking about getting people back to school, long as it can be done safely, getting businesses to start back up, so we can probably look at more incentives on that, and basically opening back up. And keep in mind, nobody wants to get sick or die. I'm not saying there's no such thing as a coronavirus, but there's so much information in the news that they're false reporting on numbers, and also that it doesn't seem like it's as deadly as most people have seen. So if you're older and you need or you're at risk, keep in mind, I have mentioned plenty of times, if you're sick or you're older, you should take safety precautions. But most people who are younger don't typically get sick. And I know myself, as being a real estate agent, I follow the regulations of the state. I actually have all the personal protective equipment with me at all times, and I make sure my clients have that stuff. So if they need it, when we're looking at houses, they can wipe off all the doorknobs before they open them, because you don't know who was there before you. Even though we have regulations that we try to keep everyone safe, we can't be sure that somebody didn't go there 30 minutes, an hour before you and was sick, despite the fact that they're supposed to sign information, not go if they are sick. Nobody can be 100% sure whether that happens or not. So when we're looking at the CARES Act, keep in mind we are going to be updating as much as possible to get the correct information, and you can expect it to pass probably in a couple days. So this is Pete with the smallbusinessresourcecenter.com and the YouTube channel. Smash a like, subscribe, share to get updated on the CARES Act and the stimulus programs, as well as business information to help you. Have a great day.